Hey guys, I hope everybody's doing okay. So, I have a few things that I need to reveal to you because it was brought to my attention yesterday that I'm doing what the Lord wants me to do, but there's something else I must do and tell y'all. This is a video I've been avoiding for a very long time because I have the gift of prophecy, and I know things that other people do not know, and it's really hard to have prophecy because when you speak about things that people don't understand and can't see, it brings fear to them. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to tell you some of the prophetic warnings that I have had in the past year and a half. And the reason I'm telling you is because these things are coming very soon. And I am to reveal them to you now before it's too late. First off, I want to tell everybody to don't freak out, but start getting your water sources together. Start buying water jugs and water bottles and putting them to the side, because eventually the water would go bad and we're not going to have good water to drink. And eventually it's just going to get to the point that we're really going to need these water sources. Some of the water's already been contaminated. So actually what my prophetic warning here lately has been, even watch the bottled water that you're buying and make sure it's not from the areas that the water is contaminated. Like Michigan, the places that the water has been contaminated here lately. Just make sure that the water you're buying is not from that area to keep yourself safe. Also, I myself am going to start growing my own vegetables, and I will be growing my own food and going pretty much on a vegetable and fruit diet. Why? Because there are so many chemicals in our vegetables and food that it is causing more harm to our bodies than help. And in the meat, they're putting so many chemicals, and they're also putting like things to boost the steroids. I couldn't think of it. Steroids in the animals, and they are actually pumping them up to make them larger so they can give us more food. But the problem is those steroids they're putting into the animals is going into our systems, because when they kill them off, the steroids are still inside of those. So when we consume or we drink the milk or whatever, that's us putting the same steroids into our systems. And this stuff may be stuff that a lot of people already know about the food and the water. As we go along, you'll learn more. I do want to say that right now, this election that's going on, and I am not a political person. I do not like politics. I never have. And, you can be mad at me for that all you want. I don't really care. But I will tell you, the reason I don't believe in politics, and I never have, is because politics are not good. Yes, they're there to help us, but they're used in the wrong way. So that is why I'm not a big supporter of it, although I do believe that some people would have our true interest in their heart. But I will tell you right now, what's going on in these elections is Satan is using Donald Trump and his shenanigans to distract you from what's really happening. What's really happening is Obama is over there. He's getting all these Iranians and all these people together, and behind the scenes, while we're not looking and everybody's distracted by all this election and all this banter and riots and stuff, while y'all are doing all that, Obama behind the scenes is creating a Holocaust for Christians. And yes, I mean Holocaust, and it's coming. So I will tell you right now that there will be a Holocaust, and Christians are the main target of all this. And we already know that it's happening, but we also know that we can pray and God can move things. Unfortunately, there are many of us that will die and we will be tortured. But in our hearts, we can remember that, in the end, that we are going to end up in heaven, even if they just continue to torture everybody in the world, Anyways, some more of my prophecy is, I've also seen that there's a country, and I really don't want to name the country, but there's a country that we trust, that we can't trust, and they say they're with us, and really, honestly, later they're going to end up coming over here and they're going to bomb us. They're going to go against us like everybody else. Right now, we're just not safe. We are just not safe, not even in our own country, nowhere. And while all this is happening, God's moving in our way also. And the revival has already begun for the Christians. The Lord has been pouring His Spirit down onto the earth. And, a lot of us have been set on fire for God. But unfortunately, there are many, many Christians who still come around, and I hate to say it, and I love everybody, but they're claiming to be Christians and they do not walk like a Christian. They do not act like a Christian. They do all these sinful things and they banter each other and they try to hurt each other. And none of these things are from God. These are all from the devil. We need to focus on this stuff because these are becoming a problem in the world. And there's going to be natural disasters everywhere. And soon to come will be a great earthquake. And this earthquake is going to rattle the world. It's going to be huge. And I can't even explain to you my vision. It's so clear to me, but I don't know how to give it to you in the words that you could see it or hear it. But I can just see the earth just opening wide, and there's parts of us that's going to be segregated. And I'm also seeing in my prophecy that the waters that we keep going down in the oceans is actually going to end up drying up a little bit here in a little while, and the lands will reunite, and then we will be reunited with Asia and Europe. All of us will be reunited, and these cities that have been underwater will come up from underwater when it dries. These things cause a lot of fear in our lives, but the thing we need to remember is to stay focused on God, and He will help us through it all. Because even though it seems like these things are impossible and they're scary, and Satan's taken over right now. He's taken over the world, but the great revival is coming too. And that's the thing. It's a battle right now. It's a battle between good and evil. And that's what's coming. It's been coming for many, many, many years. And now is time for us to get ready. And we need to get lit on fire for God. And we need to start thinking about the things that He has in store for us. But we have to help ourselves. He can't do everything for us. He can't plant everything in front of you. You have to want God. You have to want to seek Him. You have to want to get to know Him more. You have to want understanding. You have to want these things. You have to go after them. You have to seek Him, because He will not come to you without you wanting Him there. He will not push Himself upon us. We have to take Him and embrace Him and love Him like He has loved us. Just stay focused on God and remember that He will help you through anything. And even if we do get hurt or killed in all this that's happening right now, if we do, at least you did it in God's honor. At least you know that you did it in the right reasons. Have a blessed day.